Hi and good afternoon everyone. Today we will present about our final project of web development course that we have been developed a student management system. So now we will begin with introduce ourselves. So myself is Stephen Raj, Analaki James.
My name is Tarnagogan Anlaki.
My name is Mohisha Satyakumar. My name is Kirtana Rajasakar.
My name is Saranya Sundaramurthy.
So thank you guys. So now we will begin with the introduction of our project, which will be the first part is problem statement. So for the problem statement, it will be divided into two categories, which is problem statement for administrator and problem statement for student. So I will begin the problem statement of administrator. So the first problem statement of administrator is using manual system to manage the records of students. Information in a book or paper causes the workload of the admins dramatically increased. The records have a possibility to missed or destroyed due to some accidents. Management use the computer to manage the student information, but both of systems they use are already outdated. The system they use all are standalone and separately. One system only has one function. And the last problem statement of administrator is the separate system without connection with each other also causes the same data and information the needed redundant in every system. So that's all for the problem statement of administrator. Now we will continue with the problem statement of student.
First is inaccuracy of student account details is the most problem faced by students. Next problem faced by students is unavailability of the system as students' records are improper and missing. Lack of technical support is the following issue. The difficulties that the students face when registering the student management system is because manual registration consumes a lot of physical energy and time. The other complication that the students encounter is that the students who are the central to the system does not receive proper information regarding their exam, department, subjects, and etc. As there is no platform to make it happen.
So thank you. And now we will proceed to the project objective of our project.
First objective is the development of a student management system for a university with a productive database system to easily manage student information in the increase the efficiency. Next is to store all the data in one database instead of using multiple file system in order to store information about student, cost, department, exam, and etc. Next is to increase the productivity of the file-based system by converting it to a database system with interface using web programming to add, view, search, update, and delete operations. Lastly, to deliver facility for administrators for managing student information as well as for students to check in the important details regarding subject, department, exam, and etc. That's all from objective.
Thank you. And we will look about the significance of the project.
The first significance of a student management system is that as a university, you are able to keep proper track of a data related to students. With the help of this system, logger admin would need to type in all data. Following that is better performance for the students who are the end users for our student management system. The best part of all this is that you will get a necessary information on a single screen, which helps you to get the best possible view.
So
That's all
thank you
for me.
that. So thank you for that. So now finally our group leader Tarana Kugan will explain and tell about the system interface and how the system will work. So now we will be proceed with the student management system interface.
Okay. So this part has two parts, which are administrator part and student part. Administrator has the function ability to add, view, delete, search, and manage the students. But while the students can only view the information and they can only submit the feedback. Okay. So let's say we begin with the login ID, which is for the Admin uses admin ID for the login, but the student uses metric number as their login ID. So let's say the login ID is 1000 and the password is ABC1234. Let me open the page. Okay. So this is the student data tables. This is the database name, student management system. There are 7 tables total: admin, department, exam, sibling, student, subject, and subject registration. Admin have 5, each have 5 of the rows, and one of that is the admin ID has 1000, and his admin password is ABC1234. Now I'll fill up with ABC1234, and I'll set make administrator. Okay, then sign in. So okay, this is the student dashboard page. We have a YouTube video here as a motivation video. So then it will be responsive. Then we will display the admin ID here. The current login admin ID is 1000, and then this is the avatar of the admin, and this is the name of our system, student management system. The short form is SMGS. So then this is the dashboard, the same page, and then we can go to student page. Here the admin can manage the students. So this page is actually very responsive. So as we can see, if we toggle the navigation bar, it will go away and come away, showing the icons only if it's very small, and showing the icons with links of the name if it is very large. So then we have the interface for the adding students here. These are the list of students down here. So here we have an add button. If we click the add button, we have a pop-up, or we can also call as a model. So add student data, it will the title, then this is the biodata part, and this is the personal details part. So in the biodata part, he need to fill up like credentials like metric number, name, IC number, gender, house number, like that. While in the personal details, he need to like enter personal information like father name, father salary, mother name, mother phone number for occupation, and sibling IDs, and the subject he's taking as well. So before we click submit, I'll show you others, and then we'll proceed this form again. So if we click close, it will close the form. Then we can also search the details. Okay, search the details. This is the all student details. It will show all the students from this database, particularly from this table. So we have 5 records, and then we have all the records here. So when we display it here, metric number AA19004, it is the same as here. So we are requesting the database to connect and to display information from there. So the name is Surya, active, and he has the IC number of 01022, this number. So it's same from the, and we can also preview the next page. If we click the next, we'll also preview the 2 other remaining records, right? Because I'll make it 3 records only to be displayed on the first page, and the other 2 records on the next page. We can also set even to 5 to 10 records in one page. Okay, so now let's say I insert a metric number to be searched, AA190200, and then I click the search button. If you scroll down here, we'll screen all search details, and the metric number Shulin is named Shulin because AA190200 is actually Shulin, and then his information. We can also add that information, right? I fill up the form here. So then I click the submit button. Okay, after inserted successfully, we can go to the student page, and we can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. The 6th record is here, Stephen. Currently we added. Okay, this is the 6th record. Then we can successfully see the records inserting successfully. So let's say we click the student again, and we can see Stephen here. Stephen here. So we have added a new record. Okay, let's say we want to edit this record. So we can click this action button. If you click this action button, it will go to this page. So this page is actually to edit or to continue with to update. Okay, so previously we have also have JavaScript code to prevent wrong information. So this is all errors. So errors regarding we must enter a valid information to submit this form. So we cannot submit. It restricts us from if we fill up all this information, then only we can submit this. Okay, so here we have the same validation as well. So let's say we have a current data named metric number Surya, and IC number, gender, his personal details all. We can update or delete in this page. Let's say we didn't enter the metric number and try to update. It will restrict and ask a valid metric number is required. So I paste this metric number. Let's say we change his name to let's say Surya. No, not his name, but let's say we change his street name to Jalan Lapan Taman Panglima. So and we click update. So in Masorati, so we can go to the student page and refresh this page. We can see Surya and the Jalan Lapan ready. We can update the page ready. Okay. So that's how we can update and delete. So let's say we want to delete a student. Let's say we want to delete Stephen. So we need to go to here and let's say we click delete. It will automatically delete and we cannot see the Stephen here. So when we refresh this page, the Stephen's information, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Stephen is the record, the last record is deleted from here. Okay, so this is how we can use students information. So here we can we have the department information. Same as that, we can add a new department to here. So we can hear from the we can see from the department table. So department, let's say we add a new department, department 5, and the no, not department 5, sorry, department 6, and the department name, let's say it is civil. I submit this page. It will add automatically to the one. I've only restricted 4 queries in this page. When I click next, I can see this information here, civil. Okay. So I click previous. I can search a particular record. So let's say I search the new record I inserted. Search. I can see the civil button here. Okay. So then let's say we want to action. When we click action, it will pop up here, this page. So in this page, we can do the update. So let's say I delete this record. Delete. So it will gone from the previous current record. Okay. So when we refresh this page, we don't have the physics 5 the record. Okay. So this is how we can add departments. Then we had subject. This is the subject details. Let's say we have add button to add this new subject. Let's say we add a new subject to the second department, which is chemical department. Let's say we had a new subject for this department, DAC 20203. Okay, the subject name is, let's say, physics. Description, I didn't put any description. The department ID will be 2 because it is chemical department. The exam ID is, let's say, 4110. The exam date, we can also fix the exam date, or we can also not, it's our wish whether to insert or not. So let's say I fix 31 December. I submit this page. The subject is about discussing physics. Okay, I fill out like this. I restricted the so that they must enter the subject restriction. So I submit. After I submit, I click. So we can in the subject table we can see the next, and we can see we can see the here the new data we inserted. Okay, the department ID 2, the subject is physics. Okay, let's say we can also edit this table. We can also search particularly DAT 10203. Let's say we search. We will get a pop-up like this. Okay, so then we can also edit this one. We will have this row DAC. Okay, this is the row. Okay, so when you click next, I mean the previous one, we can see the physics this this content. Okay, then let's say the last one is about the exam ID. We can search exam ID particularly. Let's say we search about a particular exam. Let's say the ID is 4103. Search. Okay, we have the exam 4103 for subject and the exam date of that particular exam. So we can check here. So the exam date is 4103 is on D8200 2020 11/25. So this is the due date. Okay, this is the when exam is going on. Okay, so that's all from the admin page. So the admin can manage the students, enter particularly, search particularly department. He can edit the department as well, subject, and then the exam details. Okay. So then we go to the students part. The students part, we need to enter the students metric number AA19004 and the password. Let's say we have Surya22 AA19004 Surya22. Let's say we choose the student here and sign in. Okay, this is the student part. We can have the same icons here, and we have a motivation video which is different from that. here the student ID who is the login. We previously we entered AA19004. This is the metric number 0004. Then dashboard. This is the dashboard. Personal details is we need to find the particular student's personal details. So we go and particularly search for this particular student. So when we see here, we can see the AA1904 Surya. His registration status is active, and the IC number is this one, and gender and phone number. The sibling details is from the sibling table for this particular person. So AA19004 has a sibling ID of one, his sibling brother, and name Shantanu, and education status is active. So here the same record. Okay. Then we go to subject department table. What subject this particular student is taking? So when we go to the subject table, we can see the subject is stating. So I mean, sorry, subject registration table. The subject, this is the metric number for Surya, and this is the subject code he's taking, DAT10203, Computer Architecture, Information Technology. You can also check the exam details. So the exam is particularly for this subject code, which is this one. Okay. So the exam and the exam date, same as the exam table here. Then the last one is the feedback form. So this is the feedback form that we discussed about in the case study, but this is called, we change the interface a bit. So this is the feedback form. So here he need to enter his metric number, which is AA190004, and the comments. Let's say this system is very interactive, and he can submit this form. Save. After he save, he's navigated back to the dashboard. So here in the student we can see the comment. So this system is very interactive, AA19004. Okay, we can see. So this is the feedback is for admins to maintain the system. Okay, so I think that's it from the two tables. And when we click log out, it will clear the session and bring back us to the main page. Okay, and that's it. I think that's it from this presentation. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Thank you.